Hey, thank you for watching Weekend Garage. So I need to start tidying up some things under the hood now that I'm just about done under there. I do need to install this vacuum canister, so I need to get that figure out exactly where it goes. Need to get it installed. I also need to get the display for the Holley Sniper installed, the little programmer thingamajiggy here. So this little screen, I need to get this installed as well. So I need to route the wire through the firewall there. There's a couple of existing holes. I'm just gonna pick one, stick a grommet on it and use that. A few other things I need to work on too. Thing I need to start planning for is getting the vinyl top installed. So I'm going to talk to my upholstery guy. He said he would do it, so I need to check with him again. If not, I'm going to go ahead and do it myself. Also, I need to start planning to get all the molding on the car and all the trim and all of that. So I need to start planning that as well. So let's get to it. All right, if you could see that hole, sorry, I'm trying really hard to get a good camera angle for you all, but it's right above the throttle cable, and I already pushed the wire through for the Holley Sniper display cable. And what I'm going to do basically is, it's right here, I should say right here, and I'm going to wire it. I'm just going to, not wire it, but I'm going to run it through this conduit thing here, because I have a lot of slack. So just wanted to show you guys, and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so with this air conditioning system that I bought, it's refurbished, everything's been gone through, and basically they use a thermostat switch, and that's what this is. This is different than what came from the factory. So what you have to do basically is you have to wire this in, and you can see on the wire, on the factory wire harness, I had to basically splice into it to plug this switch in. And basically, this is the this green wire goes to the compressor to turn the compressor on, and the other wire goes to the control switch that comes stock on the car. So I got everything all soldered and heat shrink together. Now I just need to wrap this up into the original harness here. I'm just gonna wrap it all nice and neat. All right, so as you can see, basically I just left some slack to be able to plug this into the switch here, and I'm just using the factory harness wrap tape here basically to get everything wrapped up, to get this wire tied in with the harness basically, and everything's gonna look good. So just kind of want to show you guys how I'm doing all of this. So we'll see what how it looks when it's all done, and I already drilled a hole basically here for the air canister for vacuum that goes right here. So it looks like this switch is not going to be in the way. It's going to be a little tight fit, but I think we're going to be good. So I'll show you guys once it all gets once I get all this tape wrapped up and everything. Ordered the vacuum line with the white stripe on it, and then that's hopefully going to come in today, and then that way I can hook that up. That'll basically go to this valve right here out of the vacuum canister. So let me just finish up and get this done, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, so I just finished wiring up the connectors for the shifter. Let me shift this out of the way here so you can see. Got all the connectors on there. Had to just double check and verify the colors just to make sure that the right colors were being used for the connectors. Want to make sure everything's plugged in correctly. Also, I went ahead and wrapped the harness up, as you can see, and I did also mock up the console. That's the console that came in the car, and I just mocked it up just so I can see, because I wanted to have some extra wiring, because you know there's the connector here, right, and then there's the one coming from under the dash, and so I like to have, you know, what I call a service loop, to have plenty of wire. So I'm going to be able to do that. So I ended up putting the connectors on the wiring that's coming down from the dash. So one thing to note, I did peel the tape back here because, you know, these are two purples, but you got to make sure that they're labeled. No, this is for the American Auto Wire harness. So there's a purple for neutral safety, and there's another for the starter solenoid. So before I put this connector on, because they only go on one way, right? So I had to make sure that I had the purples lined up. So that's all done there. So I'm gonna basically just I'm gonna wrap this up too, and move on to the next step. All right, so I ended up picking up the vacuum hose for the heater valve actuator. This is the same as the factory. It had it's got a white stripe on it, and I'll show this to you guys. I picked this up from Inline Tube, and you can buy it by the foot. And it's got the white stripe on it, and then the vacuum hose itself, it's got some like ripples on it. That's just the way it was from the factory. So I'm gonna get this thing cut to length, and of course I still need to get the vacuum canister installed. But I got everything pretty much all roughed in. I got the holes drilled out. I got the screws in there for this. I just need to get this installed. And I also, big shout out to one of my channel subscribers. He sent me this strap here for the radiator hose. And this is actually an original new old stock strap. And they don't reproduce these. I'm very thankful that he hooked me up with this. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all my subscribers that reach out to me, give me ideas. Like my last video, one of my subscribers pointed out a pretty big error, and I was able to correct that. But this is what this strap looks like. I'm gonna get it put on in a minute. I gotta do a few other things, but this is what the strap looks like, and it's basically to strap your radiator hose to the fan shroud. And let me grab the camera real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so if you look here on the radiator hose, where this hole is at here, this radiator hose is supposed to be strapped to that, and this is the special strap that you use for that. There's a close-up of the strap, of course. So I'm going to work on getting this installed, but I'll probably put the strap on towards the end once the car is running and all that stuff. It just like these hose clamps, they're just sticking on there. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to get factory original type. But just wanted to show you guys that, and thank you again for my subscriber. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate this. All right, I got the vacuum line ran to the heater valve here. I got it all terminated into the firewall there. Of course, you can see I got the vacuum canister installed there, along with the wiring terminated on the temperature switch there, those green wires. One thing I need to do is, you see that orange wire that's just kind of hanging there? That needs to go to a power source. So I got to figure something out. It goes to a fused power source. Basically, that's the switch. I think that's what kicks on the blower motor, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm still investigating that. I also did finally get my lock put in my glove box. Let me get around there for you guys. All right, yeah, so you can see I got the glove box door on. That was a whole other fiasco getting this lock set up and stuff, because I broke the one, I had to drill it out, the one that I got in the set. You can see I got a new sticker put on there as well. I don't remember where I got it, but that's just like the factory sticker that goes in the glove box. I did have one of these inserts here that did not have the cup holders, but this little flap on the end there, it was damaged. It was basically all ripped off. So I had to use this one. This was just another one that I had. So everything's good here in the glove box. I just got to wipe that dust out. Other than that, I put some new bump stops on the glove box. Everything closes up pretty good. I had to adjust the little strike plate and all that stuff, if that's what you call it, to get it to close snugly so it's not all loosey and vibrating and stuff. On to the next step. Right, I got the dash pad on, got the knobs on the radio, got the cigarette lighter knob. I'm gonna hold off on the light switch there. I'm gonna wait until I test all the lighting and stuff, because that thing will be a little bit of a bear to, I think, to pull off. So I'll wait on that one. But other than that, everything looks pretty nice here as far as the dash is concerned. Just need to figure out something for the Turbo 400 kickdown switch right down there above the gas pedal. And I'm going to talk about that. So I'm running into some issues here. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just trying to wrap up a couple of little things, a couple of little loose ends that I've been avoiding because it's been stressing me out. And one of them that I ran into when I was rewiring the car was a Turbo 400 kickdown switch. So I looked everywhere and I was able to find this transmission kickdown harness from American Auto Wire. And let me show you what it looks like. This may be a portion of it, possibly. Trying to figure things out. So keep in mind the car was kind of thrown together when I got it. It was just basically a rolling body. And the wire harness that was in the car, somebody had installed and they did a really horrible job. But I pulled that wire harness out of my shed, got out of storage, and started going through it. So while I was going through the existing wire harness, I found these cables, which pretty much, let me just show you one, okay? So this one, this cable right here, and with the connector, the wires are all faded, the colors don't even look right, but I actually peeled down the wrap here to see that one of the wires is orange. The other one's supposed to be black, but they're so faded it's not black anymore. So basically, this part of the wire harness matches this, okay? I don't have a problem with that. So I got one piece. This is the piece that I'm having a hard time to find. There's a connector that goes on the solenoid on the transmission. And this is it right here. Matches up to the solenoid on the Turbo 400 transmission. This looks like it had a little hook to hook on something, you know, to hold the wire up, the harness up. And obviously it's all frayed and broken off on the other end. So I'm trying to find basically this section here. Another thing on top of that is on the American Auto Wire, there's a pink wire off the harness that says to plug into that switch at the gas pedal. It's a 12-volt power. So there's only 2 prongs on that switch for the gas pedal. So I don't know. There's this is 2, right? What am I going to do with that pink wire? I'm assuming that this end right here, this more than likely goes to the firewall, and then this appears that it probably connected to here, just like this. So this goes to the gas pedal switch. This connects to here, and then that connects on the transmission. So I'm kind of stuck right now, just trying to figure some things out. But basically, I got to figure this out because I need to get the master cylinder on, get the brakes bled. But I don't want to do that until I get all the wiring down there done, because then it's just going to be in the way. All right. So this is another thing that I need to work on as well, is this shift linkage for my transmission. Now this basically, this rod here goes right here, basically goes on the end of the steering column. There is a lever that sticks out with a hole in it. So this goes in there. So basically, and then this goes onto this other one goes onto the transmission itself. Basically, when you put the car with the floor shifter, put it in park, you know, this rod moves here, all this mechanism moves here, and it locks out the steering column, so you can't turn your steering wheel. Locks everything up, right, between the transmission and the steering wheel. So I need to get this media blasted. I'd like to definitely powder coat it, so I'm going to look into that. But these are some things I need to get done before I get the master cylinder installed. So what I'm trying to do really is get everything done down there between that Turbo 400 kickdown switch wiring and then this lever and rod and everything. I'm trying to get all this done so I can get the master cylinder installed and get the brakes bled and get that ready to go. But I don't want to do that until all this stuff is done because, you know, it's going to be in the way. So I need to hurry up and get this stuff done. Then I'll get the master cylinder installed, get the brakes bled. Then I need to get a gas tank. And once I get that gas tank installed, I get the wiring terminated, then this thing will be ready to start up. So I'm really looking forward to that. So again, I'm just trying to knock out some of these little tedious things that I've been avoiding. I wanted to show you all this. You know, again, I'm just trying to address a couple of issues, you know, before I start this thing up. And you see that air line coming out of the shock there. You know, the factory shocks, that thing, the airline went out the top basically. It was kind of, think of it like an L shape, if I remember correctly. And this one just sticks out the side there. And with this massive exhaust, it's pretty close, and I'm a little concerned about that. But that's something that I need to figure out. But I just wanted to show you guys so you get an idea of what I'm dealing with. But I appreciate you all watching the channel, and like and subscribe.